Good evening, viewers, and thank you for joining me tonight on Hotspot. On tonight's show, the Gold Nugget School Cricket Trophy in their last week of competition, so Gordon International go up against Elamari in the Under-14 Boys Division to secure a spot in the finals next week, while in the Under-12s Grand Final, so Gordon International battle Kokopo International School. In more rugby union news, St. Joseph's International Catholic College hosted their rugby festival last weekend. Also, more on women's rugby in the country. We profile Rellie Kaputin, one of our athletes that took part in the National Athletics Championships held recently in Kokopo. And as always, we'll wrap up the show with our weekend draws. Heading straight into our first story for the night, St. Joseph's International Catholic College wrapped up their Pacific and Union program with a rugby festival over the weekend. Out in their respective house color and classes, students took part in the green, gold, and blue categories. Let's take a look at the highlights. In its third year running, the Pacific and Union program has gained momentum at the St. Joseph's International Catholic College. The college is the first school among the 8 nominated to host their rugby festival. The students had a timely visit by our 2015 Games mascot Turo the Kokopo yesterday to kickstart their festival. Pacific and Union Development Officers Kapani Roberts and Stephen Kodana also had an opportunity to meet with the students. A total of 1,070 students from St. Joseph's have participated in the rollout of the Pacific and Union program. The program's primary aim is to teach basic rugby skills and also instill knowledge of healthy living and choices to students. The students displayed what they have learned in an entertaining match watched on by their parents.
Announcing the 7, C8 and 8.
We'll go for a break. Join me on the other side as we take a look at the Under-14 semi-finals and Under-12 Grand Finals of the Gold Nugget School Cricket Trophy. If you have just joined us, you're watching Hotspot. The Gold Nugget School Cricket Trophy this week entered its final week of competition. In the Under-14 Boys Division, Port Moresby Grammar have secured their spot in the Grand Final. The semi-final this week saw Elamari and Gordon International go head-to-head for the final spot.
In their green and gold, Gordon elected to bat first and took to the field determined to put some points on the board to open the scoreline. Last night's showers dampened the pitch, but the heat was set for the afternoon's cricket match. Their first batsman was sent off after a duck in the opening minutes. Gordon was determined to increase the scoreline after 2 outs in the opening minutes. Capitalising on the less attentive left field, Gordon managed to bolt a few runs, setting the mark at 2 out for 72 runs after 8 overs. Elamari, taking the batting role for the afternoon, were left to catch up, equalising to Gordon. The opening pair for Team Elamari managed to put 39 runs on the board before being run out. The experienced Gordon bowlers realigned for a showdown and were put to the test by the batsmen from Elamari. But the pairing between the third and fourth batsmen were a force to be reckoned with as they managed to put in a total of 34 runs. Elamari, keeping their composure, bolted another 5 runs to bring their total number of runs to 78, with 3 out after 9.2 overs. Elamari will now meet Port Moresby Grammar in next week's Grand Final.
Congratulations to Elamari. Now we take a look at the highlights of the Under-12 Grand Final between Gordon and Kokopo International School. Gordon's opted to bat first, took the pitch and wasted no time in scoring runs. In the closing minutes, Kokopo bowled out Gordon's third batter, sending the fourth batter out on a duck. Gordon's managed to squeeze in 5 runs before closing the first innings, 5 out for 58 runs after 8 overs. Gordon's taking the field in the second innings sent the opening pair out on the first over after 12 runs. Determined to make up for it, Kokopo targeted the left field to secure a few runs with batter number 4, adding 17 more runs. Keeping their composure in the dying minutes, Kokopo held on to put in 4 more runs, but it wasn't enough to leave the match at 5 out for 41 runs after 8 overs. In a small ceremony afterward, both teams were presented with their spoils. Congratulations to Gordon International School for being the Under-12 champs in the 2014 Gold Nugget School Cricket Trophy. More on Hotspot right after these short messages. Welcome back, you're watching Hotspot. Lorraine joins us with more on the development and growth of women's rugby, and for our athletes profile for tonight, we profile Rellie Kaputin, one of our high jump athletes that took part in the recent National Athletics Championships staged in Kokopo.
While rugby union is excelling in terms of fostering the growth of the game and utilising the youth to spread awareness, it has also captured the interest of women nationwide. Delegates from the PNG Rugby Football Union recently attended a Growing the Game workshop in Auckland, whereby they adopted a pathway for kids in high school to therefore transition into the National Sevens team for both men and women. With the recent Pacific and Rugby Union festivals, statistics go to show the influx of women participating has increased undoubtedly.
Firstly, the workshop we attended in Auckland last week was a progression from last year's workshop in Fiji. Whereby we had to implement our mass participation programs, which is the Pacific and Union, get into rugby, and also now we've got on board Scrum with the support of the Moresby Rugby Football Union. So this year, the workshop was to progress on that and put in place a pathway for our kids playing rugby union. The workshop was very helpful. We learned a lot by observing New Zealand Rugby Union and how they have their pathways and their structures in place. From witnessing junior rugby, under 10s, under 11s, right through to the Junior World Championship, where we watched New Zealand under 20s play South Africa under 20s, Australia under 20s play England under 20s, and then we also were privileged enough to watch the New Zealand women's 7-side play against Samoa on 7-side, and then ultimately we ended up watching the New Zealand All Blacks versus the England Test side. So this workshop was basically to give us an idea on how player pathways should be, and we had good knowledge by watching and participating in this workshop.
In other rugby news, the women's CRU competition will enter round 8 this weekend at the Monia Bava Park, while the Police team is to be announced next week. Without a direct pathway or incentive in place for women's rugby in the country as yet, head coach for PNG Police, Eleanor Kunatuba, is on the road to establishing what will fertilise rugby in Papua New Guinea.
Hello, my name is Rellie Kaputin and I'm 21 years old.
Where are you from?
I'm pure from East New Britain. My dad is from Matupit Island and my mother is from a village called Tinganalong village.
Where'd you go to school?
My primary school, I started off in a school at my mother's place. That's called Kapaga Primary School. That's where I started running. And they started recognizing me. Then I finished my 8 years there, and then I went to Kokopo Secondary School. That's when they saw me that I've got the talent in jumping. Then they started training me out in jumps.
How many members of your family do you have?
I'm the only girl. I've got 2 brothers. I've got the elder brother and I'm the second born, and I've got younger brother.
Why did you actually start running?
Like it's a talent for me, because it's like I follow my dad. My dad, when he was young, is a jumper also. He's 2 brothers. So like I think I became like them.
Can you mention your father's name?
My father's name is David Kaputin, and his other brother is William Kaputin, and the other is John Kaputin. Yeah.
And they've all been athletes as well?
Yeah, they've been athletes in their young days.
Now, Raylene, I do understand that you are currently studying and training overseas.
Yeah. I'm currently in a 2-year scholarship. That's a Go for Gold scholarship, and it's like preparation. It's preparing us for the South Pacific Games. That's in 2015, and I'm studying at a college in a state called Iowa, and it's North Iowa Area Community College.
What are what are the events that you are specialized in?
Mainly, I'm specializing in the 3 jumps. That's the triple jump, high jump, and the long jump.
How have you found the competition here so far?
I think back in the US, I think I find it like it's more competitive because it's like we compete with like more like people who are more competitive than me. Then like I find it too easy for me to compete with them.
Now, just watching the other girls that are here and who have seen yourself, as well as a couple of the other big athletes that are here, if they want to end up in a scholarship the same way that you have, what would they have to do?
I think what I've learned is like when I got the scholarship, it's like an opportunity for me because it's like I didn't get through any like chances to go into university and colleges after my grade 12. And when Tony gave me the scholarship, I take it seriously and like I take it as an opportunity because opportunity comes once in a while. That's why and I make use and I tried my best to like make use of it. And, yeah, I don't want to lose it.
Tell us about your results.
My personal best in the indoor is 1.67 meters, and my outdoor personal best is 1.65. That's close to 1.62 that I did yesterday. And my long jump personal indoor best is 5.73. That's close to the women's PNG record. That's 5.75. And my outdoor personal best is about 5.48. And my triple jump best is 5.79. 11.79.
11.79. Why is there a difference between your indoor and outdoor results?
I think the difference is because indoor is like it's inside and like there's no wind and things like that, and like it's easy for me to jump. And outdoor is like it's open space and like it's sun is too hot and the wind, and like sometimes I find it difficult to jump because of the sun eating me and taking my energy away.
Now, just finally on that, in terms of energy, what is your diet like?
Usually, my diet like I don't eat sweets, I don't drink pops, I don't eat too much sugar. Yeah, but I drink a lot of water. Yeah.
We'll go for our final break for the evening. Join me on the other side as we wrap up the show with our weekend draws. We've come to the end of another show. A reminder that if you'd like us to feature your sports story, please shoot us an email at sports@mtv.com.pg. Visit our Facebook page, or if you're in Port Moresby, drop by to our office located at 2nd floor Garden City and ask for our sports team, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Now let's take a look at our weekend draws. In round 10 of the Digicel Cup, Pool 1 matches see Port Moresby Vipers take on Engamioks at Wabeg, and Hello Wigmen will go up against Hagen Eagles in Mendi, while the Mendi Moroks are on bye. In the Pool 2 matches, while Gurias are on bye this weekend, Ley Tigers will take on the Galfista pairs in Ley. and the Simbu Lions will go head-to-head against the Goroka Lahanis in Kundiawa. And in hockey, the Port Moresby Hockey Association enters another round this weekend at the Temis Ovals. On Field 1, in the men's A-grade division, the Wanderers will take on Zogole while Bismarck Red will go up against Rapatona. And in Oval 2, in the women's A-grade matches, Golden Eagles will take on Rapatona while United will face MVP. The 2014 FIFA World Cup kicks off tomorrow and I hope your team wins. Our hotspot for this weekend will be at the Korobase International School for the IEA School Soccer Finals. Play hard, play safe, and we'll catch you right here on Hotspot.